For the first time, the king refused her request. Furious, Eni slapped the king in front of everyone and almost knocked his crown off his head. The king, deeply hurt but calm, instructed the palace guards to lock her up in her room. Some time ago, in a small but rich African kingdom, there lived a beautiful woman named Eni who was rude, arrogant, and hot-tempered. Eni grew up without a mother, as her mother died while giving birth to her. Her father, who brought her up, tried his best to instill in her good behaviour, but Eni had a mind of her own. She did whatever she wanted, whenever she pleased. Eni was the third and youngest wife of the king, King Ayo. He loved her more than his other wives. King Ayo was gentle, kind, and well-mannered. Whenever the king was in a romantic mood with her, he would exclaim, "Eni, Eni, my beautiful Eni, my one and only true love, the only mosquito in my net that sings me melodious songs, the only sugar and groundnut in my gaari, the only butterfly in my garden. We will live and die together." But Eni would laugh and reply, "No, my king, we will only live and enjoy together, not die together. If you are ready to die, please go on your own. I am too young to die." Despite the king's deep love for Eni, she remained hot-tempered, rude, and arrogant to everyone, but most especially to the king himself. She talked and behaved disrespectfully towards everyone in the kingdom. The king has talked on several occasions to her about her behaviour, but Eni, being very stubborn, ignored him. One day, while the king was hosting some important dignitaries, Eni barged in and demanded to see the king in private. For the first time, the king refused her request. Furious, Eni slapped the king in front of everyone and almost knocked his crown off his head. The king, deeply hurt but calm, instructed the palace guards to lock her up in her room. After she was released, the king did not hold a grudge and continued to treat her kindly. Her father approached her and talked to her about her appalling, disrespectful behaviour towards others and especially the king. He warned her that if she continued to behave in this way, she would one day have to face severe consequences for her actions, and by then it might be too late. However, despite her father's warnings, Eni's behaviour did not change. On Eni's birthday, the king planned a special celebration. He presented her with a beautiful golden chest. Eni, expecting it to be filled with gold and jewels, eagerly opened it, but instead she found her father's severed head inside. Shocked and horrified, Eni fainted. Everyone present was astounded that their gentle, kind, and well-mannered king could do such a thing to his beloved wife. When Eni regained consciousness, she was filled with remorse. She realized how poorly she had treated the king and everyone else. She understood that the king, being supreme, had authority over everyone and everything. If he could kill her father, he could kill her too, and no one would question it. Trembling with fear and guilt, Eni begged the king for forgiveness. However, the truth was far from what it seemed. The king and Eni's father had planned the whole thing together. The king loved Eni deeply but wanted her to learn humility, kindness, patience, and respect. Eni's father, who had been the best friend of the king's late father, agreed to the plan to teach his daughter a lesson. The severed head in the chest was a sculpted replica, made to look exactly like Eni's father, complete with blood for realism. Eni's father, still alive and well, soon appeared before her. The sight of him alive made her burst into tears of relief and shame. The king then gently explained why they had staged her father's death. They wanted her to understand the pain she was causing others with her hot-temperedness, arrogance, unkindness, and rudeness. The whole experience was a wake-up call for Eni. From that day on, Eni changed for good. She became kind, respectful, patient, and considerate towards everyone. She realized the true meaning of love and respect, understanding that they must go hand in hand. King Ayo's and Eni's bond grew stronger. She got pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. She became an adored queen, loved by all. Moral of the story: kindness, patience, humility, and mutual respect are essential in relationships. True love involves guiding each other towards becoming better people. We must not be quick to anger, mistreat anyone, be rude or arrogant. Where are the beautiful, handsome, rich, or popular ones of yesteryears? Everything in life is for a while. Let us remain kind in every situation we find ourselves, please. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tales. Let us know in the comments what you think about the king's lesson. Have you ever experienced a moment that changed your perspective? Please share your story with us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.